Hi, this is Mark Hendricks. I'm going to show you how to create a great looking heading graphic using a 123 heading creator from scratch. First thing I like to do is work on some gradient fills to give us a background color to work with. We're going to pick this blue. That's going to be our first color. Our second color is going to be white. And I like it to go from top to bottom in this example. So now we've got dark going to lighter. Now I want this to only go halfway down to light and then get darker again. So I'm going to make the height of this 60 because that's half of 120. And there we go, from dark to light in the middle, and now I'm going to make it from light to dark down toward the bottom. So I say apply, and I go back to layer effects, gradient fill again. The first color this time I'm going to select white. The second color, the blue. And from top to bottom and say OK. Now my second gradient here is covering up my first one, so now I want to set the height of the second one to be 60, half again, and to start it at 61, which is half of the 120, and hit apply. Okay, now we've got dark to light to dark, but you notice we have a little dark line in the middle, so let's make up for that by moving the height to 61 and hit apply, and that takes care of that. So now we've got this nice looking background gradient fill from dark to light back to dark again. Now let's work on importing an image. Okay, now you can get images off of your computer. Let me grab one here and some CDs, and I can move this around by clicking it and dragging it any place I want and position it. I'm going to move it over this way and kind of off just to the side a little bit, and right about there. Okay, right there. Okay, now we've got the graphic position. Now let's add some text. I'm going to go with duplication. Like a shadow of 2. Text color, I'm going to go with that blue. Shadow color, I like white. And the font size, I'm going to go a little bigger. And select different font style right here. Say OK. Text color, I wanted that blue. There we go. Everything's looking good now. And click OK. Alright, that's going to position it there. Let me drag it over to where I need it. Okay, I want to add another line of text. CDs and DVDs. Give me that shadow again. Shadow color white. Text color, I'll go with that blue. And the font size, let me make that a little bit bigger. And select Tahoma one more time. And looking good, I select OK. And grab the text and bring it over here underneath Pro Duplication. Okay, and there we have it. Now, there's one other thing that we could do, and we could try some filter effects. Now, filter effects give you little gradient lines. They can either be vertical, horizontal, crosshatch, back and forth. Let's work with vertical for a second. They can be solid, they can be dashed, they can be dotted lines. You can also adjust the spacing of them and the width. Okay, this area gives you a sample of what you're working with. So let me go with dashed lines. And kind of subtle. And let me make them horizontal. Let's see how that looks. Now you notice that it covered up everything that we've been doing. So what we really want to do is get the layers working for us. So we can select Filter Effect, and by hitting Layer Minus, we're going to lower it down underneath the layers. Okay, so now we're underneath all the text. Here's text 1, or the first line of text that we did, the second line of text we did. Here's our filter effect now. You notice that it's still over the top of our CDs, so let's lower it one level there. There, that cleared up. Now the filter effect is above our gradient fill. Okay, now I'm not quite happy with that, so let's edit our filter effect again. See what else we can come up with. Let's try it vertical. Okay. Let's try something else. Let's change the color just a little bit. Let's use something a little more subtle. Instead of black, let's go for a light gray color. Okay, now that kind of goes along with our little silver sheen there a little bit better. Let's keep working and see what we can come up with. How about dotted? Okay, that gives a nice little light texture, so I'm going to keep that. So what we would do now is save it as our heading creator file, and then I would save it as a file that we can use on our website, either a GIF file or the JPEG file. And there you have it, making a nice looking heading graphic using 123 Heading Creator from scratch.